Once upon a time, in a kingdom nestled between whispering mountains and a giggling river, lived a brave little girl named Lily. Lily wasn't a princess with a golden crown. She was a gardener's daughter, and her hands were always a little dirty from the rich, dark soil. She loved the feel of the earth and believed every seed held a tiny sleeping story. One gloomy afternoon, a terrible thing happened. A thick, gray silence fell over the kingdom. The birds stopped singing. The river stopped giggling, and even the wind held its breath. The great storyteller's orb, a glowing crystal that sat in the castle tower and held all the kingdom's magic and tales, had gone dark. Without it, all the stories were fading, and the color was slowly draining from the world. The king proclaimed, "Whoever can relight the orb shall receive a reward beyond their wildest dreams." Lily watched the flowers in her garden begin to wilt, their bright yellow and pink turning to dull gray. Her heart ached. She may not have been a knight, but she was brave. So tying her red cloak around her shoulders and packing a single apple and a lump of cheese, she set off for the castle. The path to the castle was through the whispering woods, a place usually full of chattering squirrels and friendly foxes. But now, it was just quiet. Suddenly, she heard a tiny sob. There, under a mushroom as big as a dinner plate, was a small fairy, her shimmering wings drooping. "What's wrong?" asked Lily kindly. "I've forgotten my name," wept the fairy. "Without the stories, my magic is fading. I can't get home." Lily thought for a moment. "Well," she said, "your wings look like morning dew on a spider's web. What if your name is Dewdrop?" The fairy's wings flickered with a soft light. "Dewdrop? That sounds right," she chimed. "Thank you. For your kindness, I will help you." And Dewdrop fluttered onto Lily's shoulder. Deeper in the woods, they found a grumpy troll guarding a wobbly bridge. He was supposed to ask a riddle to anyone who wanted to cross, but he'd forgotten it. "I can't let you pass unless you answer the riddle," he grumbled, "but my riddle brain is empty." Lily looked at the troll's big, sad eyes. She didn't see a monster. She saw someone who was lonely and forgetful. She took out her lump with cheese. "Maybe a snack will help you think," she offered. The troll's face broke into a wide grin. He gobbled the cheese, and with a full belly, the riddle suddenly popped into his head. "What has keys but no locks? Space but no room. And you can enter but not go in." Lily thought hard. Keys, space, enter. "A keyboard," she said, remembering the one in the castle library. "Correct," boomed the troll, happily stepping aside. "For your kindness. Take this." He gave her a small, smooth, glowing stone. "It's a piece of the storyteller's path. It will guide you." Finally, they reached the castle. The drawbridge was down, but the entrance was blocked by a magnificent, but very sad, dragon. Its scales, which should have been emerald green, were as gray as stone. A single tear rolled down its snout. "I am the guardian of the orb," the dragon sighed, its voice like distant thunder. "But I have forgotten the song that keeps it glowing. I have failed." Lily approached bravely. The glowing stone in her hand pulsed warmly. She didn't see a fearsome beast. She saw a guardian who had lost his purpose. She remembered the stories her mother used to tell her, stories of lullabies and gentle rhythms. "Maybe," Lily said softly, "we can remember the song together." She began to hum a simple, sweet tune, the one she hummed to the seedlings in her garden. Dewdrop the fairy joined in with a tinkling melody. The dragon listened, his great head tilting. Slowly, a deep rumbling hum rose from his chest, harmonizing with theirs. It was the forgotten song. As they sang, the gray scales on the dragon began to shimmer, turning back to a brilliant, shining green. The great beast rose, his sadness replaced with joy. He led Lily to the tower where the dark orb sat. Lily stood before the orb. The king, the knights, and everyone in the castle gathered, holding their breath. This was the moment. How would she, a gardener's daughter, relight the magic? Lily took a deep breath. She didn't have a wizard's staff or a powerful spell book. She only had herself. She remembered the kind fairy, the grumpy troll, and the sad dragon. She remembered that every problem just needed a little kindness, a little patience, and a little help. She reached out and placed her hand on the cold, dark crystal. And here comes the amazing twist. Instead of a blinding flash of light, something else happened. The orb began to glow, not with a fiery magic, but with soft, colorful pictures that swirled inside it. It showed pictures of her adventure. It showed her sharing her name with Dewdrop, her cheese with the troll, and her song with the dragon. The great storyteller, an old man with a long white beard, stepped forward. His eyes twinkling. "Lily," he said, his voice warm and kind. "You have discovered the true secret of the orb." "What is it?" asked Lily. "The orb wasn't powered by a special magic spell," the storyteller explained. "It was powered by stories. But not just any stories. It feeds on stories of kindness and friendship. For years, people have been coming to relight it with swords and spells, but those are stories of power." The orb was growing weak because it was hungry for a different kind of tale. Your tale. As he spoke, color flooded back into the kingdom. The birds burst into song, the river giggled with delight, and the flowers in the gardens below bloomed brighter than ever before. Lily had saved the day, not by being the strongest or the most magical, but by being the kindest. The king offered her a chest of gold and jewels, but Lily just smiled. "The best reward," she said, "is seeing the world filled with color and stories again." And from that day on, Lily became the keeper of the kindest tales. She would often visit the orb, not with a magic wand, but with a new story of friendship to share, making sure the kingdom would always be bright, joyful, and full of the most amazing adventures. The end.